we didn't get a chance to chat it up this morning. You doing okay? You sounded a little like I'm okay. Was it rough this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. It wasn't so much this morning. It was more last night. But nonetheless, welcome everybody. Yeah, I had an absolutely crazy last night. We'll have to catch up that soon. I actually ended up saw someone die last night. But we can catch up about that later. Yeah. But
Okay.
that's a whole nother thing. Memphis is crazy right now.
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Get my little
But
here
welcome
low
nonetheless to
again.
everybody. It's our 29th day, 29th consecutive day being here at the same time, same place in celebration of History Month and acknowledgement of our past, present, and looking forward towards our future. How you doing, Butterfly?
I'm doing good. I'm in a
How you
bit
doing?
I think I've overdid it. Like I need some real rest. That's what I think,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'll get there. Like, okay, yeah, sit down, like sit down, sat down, as they used to say, sat down somewhere. So
I was
I
thinking the
just think I
same thing.
need to rest with me. Yeah, just some soaking up, time for what I'm learning
Recharge time.
and just to rest our mind, our spirit, right. So I think I'm there, and I'll do right by me this time. I will do what I need to do. But I'm good. I'm good. So this
That
the
is good.
29th
That's good.
day. Before I
29th day.
forget,
How about that?
right. We will be back tomorrow. Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah. I'll be here tomorrow too.
March 1st. Okay. Tomorrow, I want to make it very special. So we're going to select, maybe we'll do one each. Like there's a comment from someone that has really stuck with me. We've had many, but this one just keeps coming up to me. So I'm going to pick, and maybe Brandon, you can pick one as well. Your most favorite comment. And we're gonna give away some stuff. We're gonna award you guys. So reward you guys. And maybe some other things
That
as
sounds
well.
good.
So
That sounds cool.
we're gonna make tomorrow a fun day. We'll still do March 1st, but we're gonna make it a fun day, kind of a review of what we've learned, our best day. Which one was most productive for you, right? So let's make it great. You guys come with your comments about what was your best day. I mentioned that a coworker had said Waffle House. Man, she said they just did something to her, and she knew what day it was. So I was so blessed by that. So let's make tomorrow grand. And I'll work on some things in preparation for that. But y'all come back, bring a friend with you as we start the next month. Okay? So over to you without being so winded.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Now that sounds exciting, and for everybody that's been rocking with us, that's a good way to reward you all, and just to say thank you. Not just a reward, but a gratitude, the sign of our gratitude, saying thank you for being with us. I hope this has been as impactful to your life as it has been for ours. And for a season such as this, you guys chose to kick it with us on In This Season podcast with B and the Butterfly. So again, guys, this is the last day of what originally was going to be just a reading during the month of February for this book, Daily Motivations for African American Success. And so we are reading through that. Again, y'all, last night was a little rough for your boy. I saw somebody die last night and tried to save their life, but it did not work out successfully. But it's God's will, not my will. So I'm still rocking with you. Wasn't gonna abandon for any reason. I wanted to make sure that I was here for you guys. So if you don't know, or if you have not been here before, shout out to you. Shout out to my guy Kelvin up there on Instagram Live for checking in with us. Kelvin is one of the guys that went with us to Las Vegas when Danny had his Danny Barlow, who's now a UFC roster member. He was up there in Vegas with us, making sure that Danny had everything that he needed, all the support that he needed. So if y'all haven't checked out Danny, left-handed guy Barlow, please look up his name. He's Westwood's own, Memphis's own fighter in the UFC right now. So please check him out. But without further ado, y'all, we are reading Dennis Kimbro's Daily Motivations for African American Success. He is the best-selling author of Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, and we have been reading every single day a passage, a quote from a distinguished African
Hey,
American from our
Brandon.
history. Yes, what's up?
Brandon, before we
Yes,
get going, too, you're buffering a lot this morning. Did you change
okay.
over your
I did, but let me double check.
You did? Okay.
See,
Because we
how's
want
that? Is
this.
that
We
better
want to
now?
hear all. Oh, I guess I won't know until till we get into it. We've lost your picture, but so
Let me
come back into.
let me see. How about
Well,
now?
we did all we know to do. We just need to maybe change. Yeah, we'll see. I just wanted to at least try to do our best. We're gonna keep going regardless. So let's do it.
Cool. See,
Good
looks like I'm
morning,
good
Brenda
now.
Day. Rising. I love it. She says Grand Rising.
Cool. Yeah, appreciate that
Yeah,
too
I
for the
think it's
shout
a little
out,
better.
Kelly.
We'll see though. You're freezing,
All right,
but
cool.
we'll go with it.
Okay, cool. So if y'all haven't been rocking with us again, get this book. We are reading Dennis Kimbro's Daily Affirmations, Daily Motivations for African American Success. Again, he's the author of the best-selling book, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. And to give you a little bit of a synopsis, we've been reading a passage every single day this month, a passage, a quote from a distinguished African American from our history and from our story, and an affirmation at the very end that we read 3 times, one for me, one for you, and one for the person that you're going to send this to. So daily motivations for African American success will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that'll lead to the achievement of your true goals. And 365 short but powerful motivations, one for each day of the year. Dennis Kimbro leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no, and to look inward for answers to life's challenges. So this is a treasure of practical inspiration that'll give you fresh encouragement every day of the year, but what it teaches you will last a lifetime. So thank y'all again for rocking with us. And Mom, if you cool with it, ain't got no more announcements, we can jump right into it. Sounds good. All right,
Let's
so
do it.
today's February 29th. This is leap year, y'all. So this is an interesting day. This is a day that many of us don't get to see, but today is leap year. What'd you say?
Brandon, I do
Yeah.
have something. So y'all, have y'all thought about people who have a birthday on today? Like people
Yeah,
whose
that's
birthday,
crazy.
who's born on this day. Yeah.
Yeah,
What do we
they're really
do?
like 12 years. They could be like 40 years old, but they're really 12.
I mean, do they celebrate? What do they do next
I don't know. I think some
Yeah.
days their
Because
birthday is on the
what do they
February
do on the
28th,
29th next year?
and then the next birthday is like on March 1st. Yeah, that's strange. I don't know. I don't know anybody born February 29th, but
Whoa,
we
I
can.
would love to talk
Yeah.
to somebody
Hey,
born
look,
today.
how about this?
Okay.
If anybody knows somebody born February 29th,
I don't
shout
either.
them out in the comments and tell them to get in touch with us. You know, let's ask them. But I don't want to be too long-winded. I want to jump right into this story. Okay.
Let's go.
All right. So February 29th, our title is Knocking on the Wrong Door. Again, on February 29th, our title is Knocking on the Wrong Door. And our quote today is from none other than Damon Wayans, actor and comedian. A lot of us have had, we owe Damon Wayans a lot of thank yous for a lot of laughs that we've had growing up, from movies to shows, you know, In Living Color, all kinds of things. So shout out to Damon Wayans, actor and comedian. His quote is, "You're on earth for a purpose. Everyone's goal should be to find that purpose and to walk on the path to your destiny." Again, you're on earth for a purpose, and everyone's goal should be to find that purpose and to walk on the path to your destiny. All right, so let's jump right into the passage. Opportunities come and go. Sometimes we're insightful enough and lucky enough to seize them. And unfortunately, there are moments when we allow our hopes and dreams to go by the boards simply because we failed to open the door once the opportunity knocked. Who among us hasn't had missed opportunities. But there is good news. Opportunity will surely knock again. What is opportunity, and when does it knock? It's knocking now if we will only listen. Opportunity is desire. Desire is the force of forces. You may possess anything that you so desire, provided that you know exactly what you want it badly enough, confidently expect to attain it, and are willing to pay the price for its attainment. Furthermore, desires not only develop and evolve within you, the individual, but they attract the conditions, circumstances, and people consistent with your desires. In other words, if you know what you want, if you knock on the right door, opportunities will certainly come your way. You are opportunity, and you must knock on the door leading to your destiny. Begin now to prepare yourself to recognize opportunity and to pursue and seize these magical moments. And who gives you this right? You give it to yourself. Only you can fulfill your God-given destiny. And our affirmation for today that we read 3 times, again, one for me, one for you, and one for the person that you're going to send it to, or the person in the back of the room where you're listening right now. Our affirmation: I am alive to opportunity. When it comes my way, I will take advantage of it. Again, I am alive to opportunity. When it comes my way, I will take advantage of it. Say it one more time so it really soaks into your conscious. I am alive to opportunity. When it comes my way, I will take advantage of it.
I will take it.
So that's what we got today, y'all. That's what we got for the 29th day of our In This Season podcast, reading Daily Motivations for African American Success from Dennis Kimbro. In the last technical day of Black History Month, but we're gonna keep this rolling all year, y'all. So what do you think, Mom? What do you think about this passage? Is opportunity knocking at your door, and do you answer?
Knocking on the wrong door. There's something really, really deep in the knocking on the wrong door, because when we take it back to what we've been journaling through, everything has been about you. It's, truth be told, it's not them, it's you. And as we think about getting ourselves in the right place, I'll say purpose, when we start to walk in purpose and understanding our purpose from our own abilities, that puts us in the right place to be at the right door. But when we are consistently, which I think is what we do, unless we come to a place where we start to be intentional about, hey, I'm not going to look at others. I'm not going to try to be something that I'm not. I'm not going to be what I do. What I do is going to be based on who I am, right? How they say, if you do what you love, it's not work for you. But so often we seek to do things based on pay, or just because I need a job. I've started to look at, when I'm starting to work, I want to interview the people who's going to get to my space, if that makes sense. I want to look around and see what that culture is, but to not be at the wrong door, because this is knocking on the wrong door. Because if you're at the wrong door, you're in the wrong place, like you're in the wrong area and all of that. So think of it on a broader scale. Wrong door, but it's bigger than that. You're in the wrong area, So think about the purpose. Should be able to find that purpose and walk on the path of your destiny. I am alive to opportunity. When it comes my way, I will take advantage of it. I believe opportunity is always coming our way, just like the road, everything is coming my way, right? Remember that one?
Yeah.
I believe
all traffic is moving my way.
Opportunity is always there for us. Always. All traffic is moving my way was one as well. So again, I love it. Are you in the wrong place? Which means you're going to be knocking at the wrong door. Back over to you, B.
No, I think I appreciate that. I think going back to that quote, "You're on earth for a purpose." I think that realization that you're on earth for a purpose is a big one. I think so many people lack direction in life, and they don't go back to the question, what is my purpose? You know, I think purpose and desire, when intertwined, are powerful things. And I think people might have desires that are antithetical to their purpose, or they have desires that are contrary or work against what their purpose might be. So I think, speaking to myself first, a lot of times what I try to do is figure out, okay, where does God need me? Where has God placed me to where I have the most impact to glorify him, and to make the world a better place, to make the space that I'm in a better place. But at the same time, um, like what we read, who you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift uh, back to God. You know what I mean? And I really appreciated that, because it kind of enunciates the relationship that you have with purpose, and how, while there is destiny, you also have some influence on the choices, of course, that you make, and the path that you take, and what you become, and how you become it, and your character throughout that process. So I think by aligning our desires with our purpose, by taking an inventory of self, inventory of not just what you want, but an inventory of what you have. I think sometimes we're quick to say what we want, but we don't take inventory of what we already have. And how can we expect to be blessed with more when we're not doing, we're not being purposeful with what we have, with maintaining what we have. So my advice on this road of are you knocking on the wrong door, is make sure that you're ready to go through that door. Prepare yourself. You put on clothes before you go outside when it's cold or when it's windy. You bring an umbrella when it's raining outside, because you're prepared. So I think sometimes we might be knocking at the right door, but we haven't prepared ourselves. We put the cart before the horse. We've we've entered, we stepped onto the court without, you know dribbling a ball or going to practice. So if you might be knocking on the right door, you might know your purpose. You might have desires to be there, and to achieve or accomplish some type of goal, but have you prepared? So there's a lot that goes into even getting to the door. So like you said, Mom, are you in the right space? Is it the right door? And if it is, are you prepared to walk through it? Because it's different doors open and close at different times. And I'm not saying that opportunity is going to be limited to you, but there are those opportunities that time is of the essence. So align your desires with your purpose, figure out your purpose, ask those critical questions of yourself, take an inventory of self, and then move forward, God willing, to the right door. So that's all I got for that one. Any other insights, Mom? What do people got to say in the comments? What do y'all think about it?
Hey, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Say that again. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I wonder what
This
people
what
think
this
about it
is
in the
doing.
comments.
This.
Is
Yeah,
it
drop it
giving
in the comments, you guys. I want to go back to what is opportunity. Define, as we have to define success, what also do you think of opportunity? I looked up, just because, again, I like to not just go by what I think and feel and think I know about words. A set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. A set of circumstances that makes it possible for or to do something, for you to do something. And then listen, like, if you will only listen. I think we've become so distracted that we don't hear the voice of our creator. We
Yeah.
don't have the space to listen, to hear, the time to hear, and the time to listen and the space to hear. Like, that's absent. So even when things are happening for you, it is possible that you miss them because you're too busy. Like, you're supposed to be over at the other door, but you're at the wrong door. So you're missing that opportunity because you're not able to listen and walk or dance to the beat of your own music. So this is a powerful way to end it, because if you are not applying the 28 things, or your things, or if you're not applying these to your life, then you're knocking at the wrong door. And so you're going to have the wrong life, the wrong
Right.
you. And that affects not just you, but the people you love. If you're a mom, your children. If you're a father, your children. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's
We got
get
a comment right
let's
here with
get from the wrong door. Great
we
people.
got a
I got a
comment.
comment. So let's see.
I like that. I see one from Mike. He says, "Yeah, sometimes it's only
Says
the wrong
sometimes
door because it's not the right time. You showed up too soon and you're not ready to receive
Mike,
what's
you
inside."
know me. um I'm gonna have to let that one simmer. It's only the wrong door because it's not the right time. I'm gonna have to let that one simmer because I personally, you guys, and I'll have to think about this some more off of my head. I don't want to ever say it's not the right time. I don't know. I don't know. I get what you're saying. I really do. Um, I do. I get what you're saying. We'll have to talk about that one off air and come back tomorrow. Um, it's kind of like what another listener said, Bolton. Does God ever? I think he said, ask the question, allow you to go. What was that question about pain or something? I have to go back and look at that one. But I think that goes back to what our thought process. I get door if you're walking according to your abilities. If you're in your space, I don't think it's a wrong door. It's just you're getting off to take care of whatever, to give yourself in that capacity, and then you keep going. So I'll change it that we're always at the right door if you're in your right space. It may not look like the door that you wanted to go through. And sometimes we don't even have to go through the door. Sometimes we just have to be there. The message may be on this side of the door. You know, your gift
Yeah.
to someone may be on this side of the door. So I get what you're saying, but I like to that's where it comes in. I feel like we need to really start changing the way that we look at things and our perspective of them. Because man, if God got you and you are listening, you can hear wrong door. There is no wrong door. There is no wrong door. Things happen, life happens for us. So there is no wrong in that capacity. So let's think of it. We're knocking at the wrong door because we're not in our space. We're not in our space.
I got a
And
question.
so I think if we think that way, it may trip us up. Go
I
ahead,
got a
Brandon.
question. Could it be that it's never really the wrong door or the wrong time so much as it is, because it might not, the opportunity itself or the door itself may be a temptation, right? If you don't know what your purpose is, because no lie, there's many opportunities that are out there, but is that opportunity for you? Does it best serve your purpose? So I mean, it reminds me of the Matrix when they were going by where they were, I don't know if y'all remember, I think it was the first, I don't know if it was the second Matrix maybe, where they were going and they had the key and everybody was chasing, Neo for the key, and he got to this space where it was nothing but white, and he had to enter the key in different doors and things like that, and it only unlocked certain doors. So I think, we all have the key. It's just, are we going through the right doors? Is it, like you said, are we in the right space? And sometimes certain doors are lessons for us. Sometimes we go to the door and we're like, okay,
Mhm.
this wasn't exactly for me. It doesn't mean that there's no purpose in our life. It doesn't mean, that this isn't for a reason. Because like you said, I do believe that everything happens for us. But are we willing to learn from that experience? And I think that's where a lot of people get off the train, is they think they're going through something, but they don't realize they're going through something, right? They don't realize that this is
Mhm,
part
mhm,
and partial to a larger purpose, or at least they don't believe that. And it might be some placebo in that, right? Like sometimes it might be you need to make sure that you have the mindset that everything is happening for you, so that you have the will to get up the next day and bust through the next door of opportunity, no matter where it leads, because you have an acknowledgement of your purpose, and that's aligned with your desire. So for me, again, it's aligning purpose with desire. And sometimes that takes work on ourselves. Sometimes we desire things that don't serve us. Sometimes we desire things for the glory, or we desire things for
mm.
the acclaim, as opposed to for more wholesome, purely intended purposes, right? And those things only lead, since those are shallow desires, they lead to shallow uh consequences, or they lead to shallow accomplishments, or they lead to shallow outcomes. And so we don't feel fulfilled, because in life we're emotionally, mentally, and spiritually digesting, things that don't have any nutrients in it, don't have any emotional or spiritual or mental nutrients. So careful what you digest, but at the same time, as you go through this life, make sure you are prepared for opportunity, and know that everything happens for you, and not to you. And so that gives you some more control. It lets you sit yourself in the driver's seat, on the journey to your life's goals. So that's kind of where I see it. But I understand where both Mike Arnold and where you're coming from, and I think
So
perspective has a
Brandon,
lot to do
we'll
with it.
we'll work together. Right. Yeah, and great comment, Mike, for sure. As you see, it's brought about some good dialogue. Brenda says that sometimes we see it but miss out because we don't want to leave others behind. But we have to realize what is for you is for you, and you can't take others with you. So, and I get that too. And sometimes it's not the other people that we're leaving behind, or feel that we're longing not to leave behind, y'all. Sometimes I think it's that person that we are dying from, moving away from. I always like to make it personal, but we have to realize what is for you is for you. And when I read that, Brenda, I thought about how many people have left this world with what was for them still inside of them, meaning they never birthed that baby, their gift, because they were, as Mike said, they showed up too soon. But I'd like to say because they were dancing to the world's beat, or trying to be something or somebody that they're not, or trying to obtain something outwardly opposed to inwardly, opposed to looking inside and not picking it up, not picking people up, not picking it up, and not putting people down, and not putting it down. That has truly blessed me too. And don't pick it up. Like if somebody's, giving you the kudos, don't pick it up. It is what it is. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Don't put it down, meaning I didn't pick it up, so I don't have anything to put down. I'm just freely, I want to live free, y'all. I want to be free of offenses. I want to be free. And I know life happens, but I do believe you can get to a space where you start to be so intentional that you learn to feed off the spirit and know that this is happening for me. While, Lord, I don't understand, I do trust you. And that's hard to do. Like, y'all, it's so hard to do. It's difficult. But you have to be willing to say, truth be told, it's me. It's me. Pastor Diane, whoa, it's me. Truth be told, it's not my mama, my daddy, where I was born. It's not the mental state of what we have grown up in, coming from enslavement and things like that. Poverty mindset. What is poverty? Oh, this internet's going to just drive me crazy. What is poverty? And I'll say this as I close, and this comes back from the journaling through the. I don't know what's happening here, but this thing is getting on. So, as the guy said, when you are
You're breaking up on us, Mom, a little bit.
when something doesn't sit right with you, or you have a different of opinion, there's something that you are comparing it to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a mindset or a perception of that something that causes you to feel. But if we, I know, I don't know what's going on. I'll have to call these people again, but because it's been doing so well. If you would just look inward and say, okay, ask the questions. Why am I triggered here? Why do I feel this way? And deal with that thing. The next time, you just get off. The next time, if you feel like you're at the wrong door, then you'll have the ability to say, hey, I'm at the wrong door.
Do you think it's attachment as well?
How did I get here? Why am I here? So start internalizing everything. You ask those questions of yourself, because so often what we're doing is we're wasting time and space. I do, which is why, remember I said, when my granddaughter, right. I don't feel like, because if she was my granddaughter, like I had the ability to do everything, man, perfect life she would have. Perfect life. Live forever. But I say she's God's. God is allowing us to embrace her space, to be her guide, to help guide her. So I don't, mine. I. Why? Because even when you ask the people, well, why'd you do this? Or why'd you say this? Why do I need to know why? That's their life. Why did what they say or do something to me? And then heal that space. Feel it, heal it. Don't pick it up. Then you don't have to put it down. So that means you're always doing spiritual surgery on yourself. And when I tell you, you'll find out some stuff about yourself to be like, whoa, I don't need to ask you why. I need to be asking myself why. I don't need to worry about me being possibly at the wrong door. I need to know why. How did I get to the wrong door? Where did I make a wrong turn to get here? Because truth be told, it's you. It's you.
Yeah, I think being
It's you. Oh,
attached.
it's me.
I think being attached to the process, or attached to the outcomes, and not committed to the process, and is creates a lot of suffering for people. So like, we do so much and we say, okay, well, we're doing it because I want this specific outcome, right? And then if it comes out slightly different, we might see ourselves as a failure of some sort. We might see ourselves as, oh, well, this didn't work out for me, so it might not be for me. And I think that's based on our attachments. And like my mother said, by that Maya Angelou quote, we don't pick it up and we don't put it down. That means don't be attached to the accolades or the compliments that people give you. At the same time, don't be attached to the failures or the criticisms that come your way, because in either space, they're only there to help you as something that passes through. If you attach yourself to those specific moments, if you attach yourself to those specific words, then now you are limited to that space, and you have now put yourself in a box of somebody else's perception. So as you go through these doors of opportunity, look at the knocking as well. Are you knocking at the right door? The knocking is hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm ready. If you're knocking, you're prepared to enter the door. I think some people are just trying to blast through the doors without knocking, and that's not the way. So, and also in knocking, that there are others that are needed. It's interesting because I made an analogy about us having the key, but in retrospect, that does not acknowledge the fact that knocking at the door means that somebody else is on the other end, meaning that we need others in that same situation, and can't think that everything just resides just on us. So if we're knocking, then that means someone has to answer. Now, who is that answer? Who's the one answering? It could be God, I think most definitely. But there might be other situations where you have to be humble enough to say that, hey, I'm not the only one involved in this transaction, this emotional, spiritual, relational transaction. So are you knocking at the right door? And consider who's on the other side. And that's going to be particular to you. Again, take an inventory of your own space, and not only what you want to accomplish, but what your purpose is. I keep coming back to purpose on this leap day. I mean, this is crazy that today is leap day of a leap year. So like our sister said on the comments, take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith and bet on yourself. But at the same time, don't forget your purpose. Know what your purpose is. You got to move strategically, guys. And I think sometimes we move emotionally. We let our emotions make the decisions for us, as opposed to
Hey,
allowing our emotions to inform us. Yes.
so Brandon, Mike says, and he doesn't know what he just stepped into. He said, "Do you remember the story of Joseph?" So that was the topic for last month. We studied
Oh,
the story of
last week.
Joseph. So I'm gonna say this, and I'm last week. And so he said when he was enslaved for 13 years, God had him to wait before his purpose and time. Did he really? Because he had purpose in the waiting. He he had
Hmm.
he had purpose, you guys, hear me, in the waiting. So really he wasn't in the wrong place. It just didn't look pretty. And that's why I said sometimes God sends us to we think everything's supposed to be, oh, holy moly, like I'm serving God, life's going to be simple and great. Oh no, you guys. No. So, as you asked the question, when he was enslaved for 13 years, God had him to wait before his purpose and time. And I'm going to say he had purpose in the time of waiting where God sent him. Was it pretty? No. But there was things that when we studied this story last week, there was things that I think I mentioned this in the class, like even when he was in prison, God was using him. His gift was being used. So again, y'all, the gift that we're given really tells the story of how we give it in this world. That's for the glory of God. Truth be told, our purpose is to use our gift to bring glory to the kingdom of God. So Joseph was enslaved, but did his purpose stop? He was, for such a time as this, I say, you are where you are, no matter what it looks like, for such a time as this. Will you just water the seed enough to where it can peek up out the ground, that it can come out the soil? Will you say, well, God, I don't understand this. I trust where you have me. So it's not the wrong door. It's not enslavement, but for the glory of God. And I'll leave it there. Good. Thank you for bringing that up, Mike.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, I know, I knew you were gonna catch it. I knew you were gonna catch it. I do think
Because
I
I
do think
love,
there
right,
was
that was
I do think there's purpose in it, because we have to realize that again, we can't be attached to the end point. Sometimes we think that the purpose is the big splash at the end. We think the purpose is the slam dunk. We think the purpose is the touchdown. You know what I mean? But I think there's purpose in every single aspect of its inception, of the process that it takes to get there, and in its achievement. So I think there was purpose in him being dropped in the well. There was purpose in him being imprisoned. There was purpose in him giving good advice to the king of Egypt. There was purpose in his own discernment when his brothers came back. Um, so I absolutely agree. And I think it's beautiful for us to see all of us, let's say with you, me, and Mike, we're looking at the same diamond. We're looking at different facets of the same diamond. And I think such is the process of our life, is that we may get life as a lump of coal. We may think it's a lump of coal, and our job is to break it down and then find that diamond in the rough. And then throughout our life, we spend it polishing. God, what we are is God's gift to us. What we do with it is our gift to God. So imagine your life as polishing this diamond in order to present this life to God again when we meet him in the hereafter. So, like, knocking on the wrong door. What's the door that you're knocking on right now? And let's assess that. Because all of us are knocking at the door of opportunity. Every time we wake up, it's a new opportunity. So your first breath this morning, when your eyes opened up, that was you walked through the first door. How many doors do we go through a day? Maybe the doors aren't as big as we think. Maybe these are small doors leading to larger doors, leading to our goals. You know what I mean? So what door are you in right now? Right now might be a door of opportunity, an opportunity to be motivated, an opportunity to hear these words from this best-selling author, an opportunity to take this affirmation on with your day and let it fuel your fire and let it help you to achieve your goals. You know, it might be an opportunity for you to get the book and to continue this with or without us. There's a lot of things that could have made it to where I
Hey,
wasn't here
Brandon.
this morning, but we are here.
So
What's up?
right. So um let's prepare to bring it to a close, but I want to add
Okay.
one thing because it's 7:41. I didn't realize that.
Oh, okay.
I thought about Esther, the story of Esther, for such a time as this, and think about
Mm.
how Esther ended up in that space in order to be able to um do what she
Give
did.
people give people some context too, because
How
they
did
might
she
not know
end
the
up where
story.
she ended up? Well, go read the story because I gotta get off. I gotta leave.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, you guys. But go look up the story of Esther. Right. So you have to do some work on your own. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it out there, but people, if you want them meet, go read the story of Esther. I just assume people know it. So you're right, Brandon. But go read it, right? And see why did she end up there? And then what her gift was at that time. So I believe God, we are appointed for such a time as this, but so often we think about what that looks like for such a time as this, not for me, but for God's glory. So I want to leave
Right.
you with that. That's all I have, Brandon, just because I have to get out of here. I didn't
I know
realize
you
it was
got to
that
go.
time.
So I'm gonna close this out today on this February 29th, this leap year and last day of the month of February, and our acknowledgement and celebration of our history. But we're gonna keep it going all year, right? Because it's not just about a month. Like, come on, like that's lame to me. Let's keep everything going where we think about our history, think about our present, think about our future. Are you knocking at the wrong door? Knocking on the wrong door is the title of today's passage. And again, our quote for the day is from Damon Wayans, actor and comedian. You're on the earth for a purpose. Everyone's goal should be to find that purpose and to walk on the path to your destiny. And so after the passage, we had an affirmation that's going, I don't think it's up at the bottom of your screen, but I will read it out to you. We're going to read it 3 times, right? One for me, one for you, and one for the person in the back of the room who's probably listening, because this has been a great show, or the person that you're going to send it to. And that affirmation is, I am alive to opportunity. So when it comes my way, I will take advantage of it. That's the affirmation of today. That I am alive to opportunity. You are alive to opportunity. Let that settle in. And when it comes my way, I will take advantage of it. And last time, say it to where it really soaks down into your conscious, so that this reverberates through the entirety of your day today, and hopefully your whole year. Are you knocking at the wrong door? What's that opportunity? So let's read it again. I am alive to opportunity. I am alive to opportunity. When it comes my way, I will take advantage of it. All right. So thank y'all, good people. Y'all have been rocking with us for 29 consecutive days. We've been here at the same time, same place, 7 a.m. in the morning, Central Time, 8 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Time. We appreciate y'all. And again, if you're going to tune in tomorrow, we do have some gifts and rewards to give out to you guys, just to show you how much we appreciate y'all for being with us every single day this month. And we hope to continue this through the rest of the year. So again, y'all, thank y'all for rocking with us, and we will be back here tomorrow on March 1st for our 30th day of the In the Season podcast. I'm your co-host, B, and my beautiful and your beautiful main host, the Butterfly. We'll see you tomorrow. We love you. Take care. Peace.